Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. Today I'll make another video on the same series of lazy programming series, and in this video itself I'll be presenting you another challenge, that is challenge number 6. So in this challenge itself we are looking for a tracker to be built for the healthy security professional. So as I'll be a security professional, I know it's very tough for me to manage all the things at the same time. So making the content, shoot that, along with that working for my office, working on my stuffs, working on my research work, these things, it's very difficult for me. Along with that, I have to maintain a water level, take a water intake appropriately. Along with that, if I talk about the exercises to be on time, everything to be get it tracked, even taking a breaks appropriately, it's very difficult. I'll literally be looking for a robot near to me itself who can remind me after every 30 minutes about it, on whatever is it you want to take a break itself. Don't go for the break for whole day itself, don't go for it. So what's our purpose? It's I'll read the content for you itself, and even the code is be available over there itself, so don't worry about that. Everything I have provided over here itself. You can read the code, you can get that, even a description about it, everything I'll try to get explain you about it. So problem statement is very clear about it. We have to make a tracker where we can track the exercises done by a security professional every day and how long. So we have to take an input for two things itself. We have to take the name of the exercise and how long. That is for the first case. Now for the second case, we are talking about if we are talking about a security professional, that security professional will have to take a water intake. So how much water intake that person is taking it, that every time in mls that person would have to mention it, like in ml how much intake that person is taking it, security professional especially. Now the third category, these are the options which we have to get a display on our screen itself when we have to run the code. The third one is a reminders. If we want to set the reminder, like every 30 minutes or whatever the time is it, I want to take a break. To take a break itself, just to get it remind me, I wanted my code to be a bit intelligent so that the code can guide me when to take a break itself. Whenever I'm exceeding the limit, it will definitely notify me about it, like now it's a time to take a break itself, so that I'll be take care of my health along with my working stuff itself. Now the fourth option, we have to get a display with all the activity which we have done in a day, like taking example, whatever the inputs related to the exercises, related to water intake, I'm putting it from my side. So in that case, at the end of the day, I want a complete summary of it. So that's also one of the things we want to take summary also from the code. And the finally it's exit. So I want it when I want to get it exit from the code itself, that is the fifth option we have to give it in our code, so that if a person do not want to use it anymore, that person can select that option and go out of that code. Okay, so this is the stuff which I wanted to want you to make that with the concept which we have discussed so far. It's related to the functions, related to whatever the steps, f string, everything. Try to get it, use it, try to make that stuffs first on a paper, then try to get it mapped. That conditions I have explained you very clearly about it, what we are looking for it, according try to get it, make the code for it. It's not a difficult task, it's a simple task, just a small stuffs you have to get it collected at one place, and then you have to compile it, and the things will be get it sorted out. So don't go with the whole problem statement in one shot, go with the small chunks. Take example, go for the exercises first. Once that module is completed, try to get it, run that. If it's everything working fine, then go for the water intake, then go for the reminder, then go for the summary. So make the whole code in 4 parts, and finally for the exit, you simply have to get it exit that. Okay, in such a way, this is the efficient way to make a code. Whenever you're getting a chance for it, whenever the problem statement in front of you, don't go for the whole problem statement in one shot. Okay, that's the best practice. Now I'll explain you about the problem statement for it. Everything I have get it explained over here itself. So I'm reading that content for you, and it's a bit easy to read also. You can able to understand with when I'm reading it. So if I'll talk about the introduction for it, security professional often have demanding and stressful job that require long hours of continuous work, and frequently leading to unhealthy habits such as insufficient physical activity, inadequate water intake, and lack of regular break. I just consider that's for me also, implement to me also. I'm not giving much time now for my health. That was the reason behind it. I'm suffering for a lot of things itself, so I'm recovering it. I'll try to get in the same on the same path itself, where I'm just working on my other extracurricular activity also along with my work. So I will try my best to get it restart the same activity once again. That was the reason I think like this is the best way to make the tracker, so the later phase itself I can try to get it utilized it. My view is I will want this tracker to be get it deploy on my Raspberry Pi, and I'll just connect my Raspberry Pi with my speaker, make the code in such a way like I'm not presenting that code directly over here itself. I'll try to get it customized later phase itself as per my Raspberry Pi, and that will be get it connected to my power supply, and every 30 minutes I will get that alert for it, and everything related to that itself I can able to get it remind, and whatever that exercise I'm doing it, I can track that over here. And at the end I'm getting the view summary on my email itself, as I'll provide the SMTP server also be make mention over there itself. Once it's get completed by the end of the day itself, it get triggered automatically the whole summary to my email ID. So that is just a concept I'm giving it. I'm not, I don't want that to be you have to do it over here itself, but I have just suggested you like this is one of the thing advancement of the project which I have just suggested that I will make that thing later phase itself once I'm done with this code. So after living crucial and the crucial sustainable high level of productivity, mental alertness and overall well-being, to address this challenge there is a need to comprehensive tool that can assist security professionals in managing their health and wellness routine efficiently and effectively. So objective if I talk about like develop a Python based health and the wellness tracker that helps security professional to maintain a balance in the healthy lifestyle by tracking their exercise routine, water intake, and reminding them to take a regular break. That's most important. Taking a regular break, taking a water intake appropriately, and exercise in the morning, that's most important for this, not for the security professional, this is for everyone who is working somewhere or who is like having a life itself. That person should have to do the exercise or take care of the water intake and everything, and taking a break for the work, so that you will stay longer, live longer, I can say that, and healthy life you can stay with that. So now requirements, what are the requirements we have it? We have a requirement of the exercise logging, we have a requirement of water intake, break reminder, activity logs, and usability for it. Okay, so what are the options I have selected at the initial phase of this video itself? That is the main concrete of it. Now the scope is the health and the wellness tracker will focus on the key areas of the physical activity, hydration, and regular breaks. It will be implemented as a Python script that can run on any system with Python installed. While it will be primarily targeted security professional, it can used by anyone looking to improve their health and wellness routine. Success criteria: successful implementation of the logging functionalities for exercise and the water intake, effective scheduling and notification of break reminders. And then we're talking about the positive user feedback, indicating that the tool, this is, I don't want it that to be get it included in the code itself, I'm just mentioning it like when you're making for the production itself you require the feedback also. That was it. Like when you're going for the advanced stage, you want to publish that code, customize this code and publish on internet, so you will definitely take a feedback also. Once a person is using your tracker system, then definitely they will provide the feedback. So to get the feedback, this is also one of the things you can take the feedback by that way. And accurate and the comprehensive activity logs and the summaries that provides a valuable insight to the users. Okay, this is a success criteria. And this is a feature enhancement, like we can integrate with our mobile application itself, so that we can track it very easily, we can get the alerts. Like that, what I suggest you, like I will try to get it put on my Raspberry Pi, connected my speaker with that itself, and configure the SMTP server also on it, so that I can get that mail every day. By the end of the day, so I'm getting the view summary completely for it. Instead of logging on it, just see the summary, I can get it on my mail with the details about it, whatever things I get at login. Okay, so that's all about the stuff for the theory part itself. Now we'll go to the practical section. This is the actual code of it, and I'll explain you each and every section about it, how exactly it's work. And this is the section where I'm explaining about the things about it. Okay, so as I told you about these are the 4 sections which I'll just want you to break that in parts and then try to make the code on it. So individually, when you try to work on all 4 sections and when you try to get it combined, the whole script will be generated for you itself. Okay, that's my expectation. Now let me go to this the code directly and explain you with that. let me remove this code and let me copy the actual code. Okay, so this is the actual code. This is a 70 line code. Don't worry about it, I will explain you each and every section about it. Okay, so now the code will start with the main section itself, which is the main function, and we start with that. Initially we are giving exercises and water intake as completely blank. We do not have any entry inside of the exercises and the water intake. That was the reason we are taking all the time when we are executing the code. At the time this will become a blank. So make sure when you're running the code, it should be get it run for whole day itself. Before exit it from the code or restarting the system or closing the code, make sure you will fetch out the summary, otherwise it will be get it flushed away. You will not get the track itself. So make sure that this should be running. You will store that whatever the entry you're giving it from your side till this code is running. Once the code is terminated, or you will close it, or your system will get restarted, by that way so you will lose the data, whatever the data you are putting inside of it. Okay, so make sure about it. So by default we are getting both the list as completely blank. We are not having anything inside of it. Now this is the condition, a while loop I'm making it, where I'm just taking an input from the user itself. I just wanted like what type of entry the user will try to put it, like either it's a track of exercise routine, track water intake, set break reminder, view summary, exit. Those are the things I just wanted to be get it mentioned over there. So the choice will be provided by the user, and that choice, whatever the choice you're providing over there itself, it's going inside of the if analysis statement. If the choice is 1, then automatically this will trigger it for this function. Okay, I will go to that function itself, don't worry about it. Let me go through the complete section first, and then I'll go individually for each and every functions itself. So if it's mentioned as one choice, then in that case definitely it will go inside of the function which we got it as a track underscore exercises. The value will be get a transfer. So exercises you are that will be get a transfer over there itself. So I will give it the example about it, what exactly is happening. So by default we have everything is blank itself, as I told you, like in the initial phase of the main itself everything is completely blank. So that was the reason it's passing as blank itself. Now if a user have selected the option as 2, then in that case this will be taken as a blank itself, as we have mentioned in the initial phase it's blank, and it will go to the another function which we call it is the name track underscore water underscore intake. Okay, now going further with that, if a user is selecting third option, setting a reminder itself, then in that case we are taking an input from the user, 2 values. One is like interval, how many interval that person is wanted in minutes, interval for it, and the duration. Both the things as an input we are taking it for it. Like interval means like after how long, and then how long the break. Like take example, I want a break after every 10 minutes, taking example for it, or take example every 30 minutes. After every 30 minutes I'll take a break. So interval is coming after 30 minutes is the interval, and if we're talking about the duration, how long the break I wanted, that break minute, 5 minutes or 4 minutes, whatever is it. So in case of interval I will have to mention after how long, like after 30 minutes or after 1 hour I'll want to take a break, and that break is duration, how long the duration of the break itself, that we have to mention over here. These are the 2 inputs I'll have to get it, take it from here itself, and that to be get it passed to the third function. Okay, we'll go to that function, you can able to understand that. Now going to the next section where the person have selected the option 4, and in that case itself we are looking for the summary. So the summary will coming in such a way itself, we are fetching the information from the exercise, like whatever the exercises the user have did that, so it will get it captured inside of the list itself. Then that then in that case I can say that the exercises and the duration, everything to be get it mapped itself over there itself. Okay, so over here itself I can say like the user is get it capture that, and that to be get it capture, and it's going to get it print. So take example for the cardio 1 hour, take example for skipping we are doing something else. So that type of exercise we can mention over here itself. Now after that, if I'll talk about the water intake, so this is a summary, so everything is coming in the final phase itself. So water intake itself, it's similar like that, how many water intake. So everything, whatever the input we are giving it over there itself, that to be get it added, and final count we are getting over here itself. That's a water, total water, how much we are consuming in ml itself in a day, whatever the input we have put it from the entry side itself, and that to be get it displayed over here itself. Now if a person have selected the option 5th, it's definitely be getting out of the code itself. So that was the reason it will mention exiting from this statement to be get it printed, and here itself a break. If it's not, the person is selecting something else which is not at all be a part of our whole list, then in that case invalid option, please try again itself. That was a statement we are mentioning. So this is all about the main section which I want to get it explain you about it. Now we go to all the functions for it. So for the exercise, track the exercise itself, we simply have to go to this section. We are taking an input. By default in exercises we don't have any entry over there itself, so what we have to do, we'll simply have to take the entry. Now to take an entry, we are going inside of it while is true. Okay, so it's going with a while loop itself, so that we don't have any condition over there itself. There is nothing like a limit, a 10 time or 100 time, is it like n number of time we can put the entry till the condition will be true. This will run for you. So inside of it you will simply have to put the entry of exercises, and that to be get it captured inside of the exercise. Then exercise dot lower equal to equal done. Take example, if you are putting any value other than the done, then in that case everything to be get it captured, and that minutes to be get it captured in the duration itself, and that to be get it appended inside of that exercises. So exercises list is get it appended continuously. Once you mention the value as done, then in that case it will be get it break, and the code will be get it completed. Okay, that's all about the track of the exercises for it. Now talking about the how to track the water intake, it's similar like that. We are taking the input over there itself, we are going over here itself, the list will be completely blank. Over here itself we are running this, we are printing this statement on our screen. Then we have to run the while loop with the true condition over there. So we are taking an input in ml itself, like every time the person have put the input in ml will be take. So intake will be a variable, I can say that, which contain all the value, how much ml of water we have consumed it. And then after that, if we are putting any entry as a done, take example, if it's going in a loop, like it will go and go on. So if we are putting a done, then automatically it's completely break the code and it's coming out of it. Okay, if I'll talk about this water intake append, then in that case whatever the input we are taking it, that should be an integer value itself, and it's get it captured over, and the value of the water intake list itself, it's get it appended continuously as per the value we are putting it from our side. So whatever the input we are giving over there itself, it will be get it added and get it inside of it, which we have discussed in the main section. The final count we are seeing on our screen itself, like taking example, if I'll consume 100 ml 10 times, so I'm not seeing 10 time 100 ml will be get it displayed. No, it will display 100 into 10. It was a complete 1000 ml itself to be get it displayed over there itself. Okay, so that is one of the thing, and at that end itself it was recorded. The mention statement is a water intake recorded once you terminate that. So once you are mention a done, automatically is coming out of it, and this statement will be get it print on your screen. Now going to the last function, which we call it as a reminder, where we are mentioning an interval and the duration, and in both the cases itself we are seeing this section for it. We are displaying that after interval of interval, like example, after 30 minutes I'm supposed to take a break, and how long that break is it. So that duration interval, which we have explained about it, I have already explained about it. So that's coming under these things to be get a display. Now the value will be run, and the sleep will be totally depend on, like taking example, if you have mentioned 10 minutes, so we'll get it into by 30 into by 60. So till then this code will be run. Take example, I mentioned is as a 30, so 30 minutes is taking it, so 30 into 60, so 60 seconds. So it's consuming how long the seconds. So 60 is denoted as a seconds, and whatever that value we are putting inside of the interval, that's coming under the category of the minutes. So minutes will be getting into by 60 itself, so automatically we get the final count. Okay, that till that count our code will be on a silent mode, it's not displaying anything. Once that duration interval is completed, like 30 minutes is completed, then after that it will alert us the duration is completed. Now we have to take a break. of 10 minutes or whatever the time is we want to take a break itself, it will get display, and till then it was get displayed continuously for it. Okay, and once it's get completed, it's automatically going to the sleep mode once again. Okay, so that's a functionality of all three function itself to be get it integrated inside of it. So I hope you're able to understand the whole code about it. So my suggestion is, like, instead of seeing the code directly, just understand the problem statement first and then try to make it from your side code first, whatever the limit, like you can make 20%, 25%, 30%, 35%, then try to go for correlating the stuffs with the actual code which I have built it. This is not the perfect code which I am making it. Whatever the code I'm making, I'll try my best itself, but it might be a possibility when you are going with the problem statement, you can use other things also and optimize the code also. That was the reason, don't go with the code of the anyone directly and just opt it that. Try to optimize the code all the time. Like when I'm taking any code, I'll definitely try my best to optimize the codes. It's a best practice. By that way only you can learn a lot. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and if you want to provide some comment in the comment section of this video, you can provide your feedback also, and I'll provide the whole code along with the description and everything on my blog also. You can get it from there itself. So thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.